just kind of ran into a buzzsaw there. Thought we started pretty well. Thought we were in a pretty good place. Obviously, Donovan picking up that second foul, I think, affected us a little bit. But, when you really looked at it, it was a really vulnerable position to be in at halftime. I think Baylor was scoreless, and Farabello and Green, and obviously Ashworth's performance today. I mean, he's been playing great for them, and he was a major focus of ours to try to take away the three-point line from him. But obviously, we did a bad job. But we've been on obviously we've had a great run, and but it just kind of felt like today just ran into them playing great and us not playing as well as we need to versus them here in Omaha.
Ashworth kind of took the top off your defense a little bit there, especially in the first half. What did you guys lose him as much, do you think? And how did
well, they're a much different offensive team here at home. I don't know what the splits are, road, home, but I think part of it is, they're an excellent offensive team. Part of it were, I think, I think we had individual players that's poor offense was affecting their ability to guard at the defensive end of the court. So I think we lost them a couple times when we shouldn't have, and then they executed a couple times and and got them shots.
When you played them again, well, it might have been your best defensive effort of the season.
Yeah.
Tonight is complete.
Yeah, and listen, they're hard to guard. I mean, you've got three of the best players at their position in college basketball, or at least amongst them, with Ashworth, who's playing like a much different player. But then you obviously Green makes 2 threes. I don't think he's made a 3 this year coming into the game. Farabello. Probably the question about Creighton is bench production, and obviously, today they 14-4'd us at bench points. So I think it had more to do with them. I think when we see the film, we're going to see the mistakes we made, but I think that they made almost everything they looked at.
And offensively, the last game against them wasn't a great shooting night for you guys either. Just what is it about their defense that makes it so difficult to find open shots?
Yeah, I think they got a really good defensive scheme. I think there were, opportunities for us to pull the trigger. Kalkbrenner, Ryan's a tough guy to finish at the rim. I don't know. We shot 44%. Which on the road with how we defend would generally be, maybe good enough for us to be in the game, but. We ran into a team that obviously the environment and the opportunity and they caught us tonight.
It's been so long since you've lost a game or even really had a whole lot of adversity.
Yeah.
Did you see the guys in the huddles? Did they still have that killer instinct that they were going to come back? Was there anything you could take from?
Well, we were in uncharted waters in terms of the volume of of adversity that we were dealing with. Probably the last time was maybe the Seton Hall game when Donovan went down, I do think we did a bad job coaching tonight. Our players did a bad job playing. I did a bad job coaching. And your huddles aren't going to be, super energized when you haven't lost in 2+ months, and this doesn't happen to us very often. So we were definitely stunned. This wasn't the game we expected. We knew this was a dangerous game and a quality opponent and one of the better teams in the country. But we didn't expect this to happen.
Did Kalkbrenner create more indecisiveness on downhill drives than is typical for your playmakers tonight?
I want to go. You know what? What they do is it's so unique. They umbrella the 3 guys that aren't involved in the ball screen game, and it really puts your roller and the guard on ball in an uncomfortable position. I think we did a poor job of cutting and moving with those other 3. But I don't. You know, I mean, Tristan was involved in most of it, and Tristan was basically the only guy that probably played well tonight. So that might have been the thing that was maybe the least of our problems. Most of our issues were at the defensive end.
Anything else for Coach?
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.